What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the
Not For Nuthin.
He's confusing it for his other podcast. Welcome to the sex show. The Fuzzy Wuzzy Cock Show.
All right. There we go.
Oh shit.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Not For Nuthin podcast, episode 8. I am your guy Dame. He is Just Jew.
Panthera Leo.
And that's your girl Agnes.
AKA
E.
There we go. There we go. Listen, lots in store. Astronauts giving Trump a silent fuck out of here from space.
Fuck out of here.
Brandy's memoir. Yo, that shit's crazy. Kanye, you a dog. Kanye still banned in the UK anyway. Steph Curry's holding up the NBA. And we got a game for these two finally. Would you rather? It's kind of hard to come up with something because y'all don't really have that kind of history. So, but this one should be fun.
What was that? What was the Brandy one you were just saying?
Brandy wrote a book, her memoir.
Okay, you said it right this time. When you guys go back and listen to it, he said memoir. I wanted to check and see if you said that right. You like Brandy's memoir. Sorry.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having my back and pointing that out to everybody. I appreciate that. Because it might have been something that could have got edited, but now that you made this whole big orchestra,
shit.
It's there for life.
Look, guys, we're prepping for a live show, so it's gonna be memoir.
There's gonna be no edits.
Memoir.
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Yeah, let's get started. I'm telling you, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I already know it. This whole entire episode, I can't wait.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Well, I guess let's get right to it.
So astronauts, you guys have been keeping up with any of this since it launched?
I have been, yeah. I really didn't give a fuck about it before it happened.
Yeah.
And, but I've been into it. I've been seeing the pictures and all of this shit. But this clip of the astronauts really got me going.
So we're recording this right now about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. Tomorrow they'll be coming back to Earth. And I think that's going to be the most dangerous part of the whole mission. They're going to be flying through our atmosphere at 27,000 miles an hour. If you've seen like the prep for that, it's pretty scary, pretty crazy. But I think they're going to be successful. But with that said,
see, let me just stop you right there.
Yeah.
That's not how this works in this podcast world. So what we do is, we don't break the fourth wall. We say today the astronauts will be returning, and there you go. That's how
we're
works.
not recording live. They know that this isn't live.
It doesn't matter. This is why they're viewing it.
Okay, Dan, put it in your fucking memoir. Put it in your memoir.
Tighten up, bro. Tighten up.
Sorry for anybody who didn't like me, breaking the rules.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Let's all pretend that it's Friday. Happy Friday, guys.
Yeah, it is Friday, actually.
Friday.
So,
guys, he just slapped me in the face. I don't know if you.
This is back at you, brother.
That was him getting you back.
That was back at you.
So we don't do that in the podcast world.
Yeah, that's not how that goes.
All right.
Just for the
I need a
record.
napkin.
My
Like,
bad,
What is
my
you guys
bad.
doing to me over here?
Anyway, back to the astronauts.
that are getting ready to land any moment now.
Yeah. So I had to. They're landing right now. Like, yeah. Why are you watching us? You should be watching them
my
land.
God.
Anyway, I don't even know how to continue this segment now because Dame just messed it
How
all
about
up.
we
But
just get straight to the clip?
let's get straight to the clip.
There you go.
To be a part of this program.
Well, I have to say I spoke to a very special person, Wayne Gretzky, who I think you know, the great one. And I spoke to your prime minister and many other friends I have in Canada. They are so proud of you. And you have a lot of courage. I'm not sure if they'd want to do that. I'm not even sure if the great one would want to do that, to be honest with you. But you have a lot of courage doing what you're doing, a lot of bravery and a lot of genius. But they're very, very proud of you.
They're not even paying attention. They're so entertained.
I love the just the silence. Oh,
The smile.
you think at that moment he realized that they fucking hate him, even in space.
Were they able to hear him?
Yeah. Watch. You got to get to the end for that piece of information.
And he's like,
Meanwhile, he probably just thinks that the call dropped because certainly they wouldn't be ignoring him.
Administrator Alex, I'm going to just get a quick comm check, make sure you guys are still on the line and we didn't have a handover.
I am. Yes, I am.
And
Get the fuck out of here.
Yo.
that's your first time seeing that, Agnes?
Yeah, it was my first time seeing it.
That's fucking great.
Now they're playing while he's talking.
Yo, because he's talking. He talked for like a minute straight, like just fucking rambling. And they're just like,
They didn't give a shit. I bet you they didn't hear shit he was saying.
They were like, "Wee!" with the mic, kind of like how Dave does with his mic, like, with it all the time. Like,
and you notice every once in a while, one of them would give the thumbs up just to let you know, like, we're cognizant. We're like, we're aware.
And nobody said, "Hey, Mr. President, are you still there?" Or like, no, they wanted to know if control, like, yeah, that was great.
That's crazy.
That was great.
I
Definitely one of the that will go down in history. That is a
that's
definite
definitely gonna go down in history.
historical moment. Yeah. Anyway, so that was that. So I guess we can move on. Oh boy. All right.
Uh-oh.
You guys.
I mean, while we're here, we might as well.
Right. While we're here, you guys know how I feel about all of this stuff. But here we go. So while this was happening,
Wait.
Artemis
I
2 was launching.
I don't think they do know. I mean, I know.
No, I'm getting to it. I was just saying while this was the launch was happening, there was a lot of flat earthers out there, influencers that were watching and streaming it live and losing their minds over the fact that this is really happening because, they think it's fake and they think that the moon landing was fake and the earth is flat. So
the 6 moon landings.
Yeah.
And the 9 to the moon, all fake.
So, Dame, I know you have a graphic to illustrate, the emotional feeling of some individuals out there. So why don't we share that with?
So to the flat earthers, the light.
This is what they wanted to see live. No, motherfuckers, it's not.
Yo.
Yo,
Literally.
I really am looking forward to it, and I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna give them a couple of weeks, but I want to start digging into these flat earther YouTube pages after this whole shit is done.
I mean, so there's a
Yo, they
part.
were convincing. They were convincing.
There was a part during the launch where there was some blacking out that was happening, and I was watching these two guys. I wasn't watching them live, but I did see the footage of them watching it live, and they were like, "There goes the edits. There goes the edits," and I'm just like,
Oh my God.
"Bro, you don't know how streaming works? Like, do you not realize that people who live in Florida can see? I saw some of it, from my house, and I live quite a bit of ways. You guys know that I did the Dunning-Kruger effect a couple of episodes ago.
Right.
I was telling you the actual story of that, and this is just a perfect
The lemon
example.
juice guy.
Yeah, the lemon juice on the face, right? Low knowledge, high confidence, on the subject. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting to just. There's so much effort that goes into making something like this happen. There are literally hundreds of thousands of people working on this, millions of people watching all over the world, and yet still you have people who just can't see it and think that everything is just fake about it.
That alone should be like the one piece, like to just understand that there's thousands of people involved in this whole process. So if it's a hoax, thousands of people have to be in on it. And since what was it, the 50s, the 60s, the last time? Nobody has ever
70s.
squealed since then. Come on, bro.
And the thing that drives me crazy is like it's okay to not know something about something, right? Like we're not all experts on this. You have people who spend their whole lives, learning this stuff. So leave it to the experts and just shut the fuck up. Like it's that simple. But you got people creating whole entire channels, and I hate like anytime any of my homies send me a conspiracy video, it's always some like loser in his garage and he plays this like thematic music like dum 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 dum, like fucking X-Files music, and he or she is like baking up some story.
Yo, it do be the X-Files fucking music though.
Yeah, it's such a good thing. But and then you got some people watching this and they're like, yeah, why are they lying about the earth being flat?
No, now the flat earthers are so mad that they can't talk shit about the earth being round. So now they were complaining that the bathroom didn't work inside. Like, out of all the things that you can talk about, you're mad that the bathroom didn't work inside this rocket ship. Like,
so there's a photo.
it's
the first photo that the astronauts took, Artemis 2, of the Earth, and a lot of people are comparing it to the original photo that we took on Apollo 11, the blue marble photo that's famous. And a lot of people saying, "Oh, why does the blue marble one look so much better and sharper and more colorful?" And then you can see that this is clearly fake. And if you look at the original photo, it does look better than the one that the astronauts recently took in the sense of saturation, right? It's brighter, it's more colorful. You know why it looks better? Because
taken at night.
Because they took it at night. So
look at me. Look at me.
Yeah, because they took it at night. So of course it's the dark side of the earth that they were able to adjust like the aperture and ISO or whatever, and they were able to get the earth looking bright enough so you can see the details on it, but they took it on the dark side compared to the original one, which was taken with the sun facing. So but you can't tell people that because right away you're part of the conspiracy. You're what do we call it? We're sheep
for them.
Sheeple, yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's them.
Facts. Can't tell them that though.
It's a strong community. Like it is a strong, big community.
But this is like a double whammy because there's those that think we never went to the moon, that the moon landing was fake, and then there's those that think the earth is flat, and now the two of them are fucking banging their heads together.
Well, I think one conspiracy serves the other in a lot of circles. I think if it's easy if you don't believe we landed on the moon to think that the Earth is flat. Or let me switch that. It's easy if you think the Earth is flat to say that we didn't land on the moon. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I would never understand it, but sure.
I mean, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that we did land on the moon, but you know, some people just. I think the simplest explanation is, why would every other country in the world, countries that hate us, believe it and do the same, try to
That's
do the
another
same.
thing. Like, we were in a race against Russia to get to the moon because they beat us at everything else.
Everything else, right.
And so why would a Russian not say, no, this is fake? Like,
Yeah. And I think in India, I think it was recently, they took pictures of the landing spot on the moon. Like, they were able to get like photos like that they took. So yeah, it is what it is, but we'll see.
It was dope as shit.
We should circle back to this. No pun intended. We should circle back to this in a couple of weeks, like you were saying, Damien. You know, and just maybe play some clips and just laugh at it, because there's going to be people also debunking it. It's gonna in the science community. It's gonna be great.
That's why I say give it a couple weeks. Give them some time. It's gonna be absolutely fucking bonkers.
This stuff gets me mad, but with all this shit that's going on in the world, I can't help but laugh at it. So yeah.
You gotta find shit to laugh at these days, bro.
You do. Yeah. All right.
So shit be going down in the DMs, as they say.
No, it be so crazy. Like, I know that we live in a world where, you know, social media, there's just a lot of conversations happening in social media rather than in real life. People feel more brave to say things. And I was sitting at my homegirl's house and we're having a conversation because while we're together, we're usually even on our phone, just chilling, and she's sitting on one side, I'm sitting on one. We're both on our phones, and it's crazy because a lot of the times that we're talking, we're like, yo, look what this dude just wrote me, or like, look at what this I just got in here. Like, so I was thinking in my conversation, I was like, I wonder if guys, like, what guys be going through? Do women be doing wild ass shit? Let me ask. I'm gonna I want to know what is the wildest shit you've ever received in a DM. I need to know that it's not just women that be getting crazy ass shit.
You want to go first?
And now, yeah, please. Like, I need to hear this.
I didn't know this was gonna be specifically about women, but I can just say that no,
Just the wildest
it's not
shit.
just guys. The wildest shit.
The wildest shit you've ever received in a DM that you just
the wildest shit I ever received wasn't even from a woman.
What did you get?
Thing, you know, that bathroom incident that you sent me.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm bugging out.
Yo,
I couldn't even hold it. I couldn't even hold a straight face.
Yo, this guy. Fuck.
Like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I knew he was. I had a feeling he was up to something. That's why I was kind of with the side eye, like, what's this guy?
I thought he was gonna tell me stuff.
Guy been married for 96 years. About to tell me about his fucking DMs.
Damien almost made the look like, don't tell him. Don't tell him. What are you doing? You're blowing my cover, bro.
I know too well, bro.
Oh,
I knew you were up to something. I knew you was up to something.
I'm gonna figure you out eventually, Drew, because I didn't see that shit coming at all. I thought you was really about to tell me a story. All right, go ahead, Damien.
Probably no different than shit you got, to be honest.
Wait, what do you mean? Women just be fucking flashing in DMs?
Wait. All I'm saying is that yes, the women are no different than men in the DMs.
What is the wildest shit you received? I want to know what's the wildest shit you've ever received in a DM. You don't have to say names, but I just want to know what's the wildest shit you've ever gotten. You have to say it. We're all adults here.
You could use your wildest imagination and probably figure it out. It's happened.
Well, let me just say while Dame ponders what you should share, but
From a random person that you don't know?
I've been with the same person for over 20 years, and then prior to that, I was in an 8-year marriage. I don't know that world. I don't get anything crazy on my DMs. Nothing. So I'm boring, so I don't have no stories.
And I know this. That's why when he started to say something, I was like, well, nah, he's up to something, because ain't no way he about to tell a story.
I mean, it doesn't have to be inappropriate. It could be somebody that you pissed off in a podcast and they just wrote some wild ass shit in the DM and went off on you. Like it doesn't have to be inappropriate or sexual. It could be just something wild. I mean, for us,
Man, I guess
I've had some racist shit thrown at me, but yeah. In fact, one from a old buddy of Damien's who he was in the military with had sent me some shitty things. Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, some pussy ass bitch.
Like he was insulting you?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he wanted to smoke? Like he wanted to fight?
Oh no,
he couldn't have
not
wanted
like
to
that.
smoke. Nah, he was
Not
soft.
like that. He knew better, but
He was soft.
But he would just like total line, but make it clear that
he's a pretty arrogant person, and so when he talks, it's from that perspective, like above you.
Oh, like belittling.
He comes from money, and he thinks he's like the smartest guy in the fucking room, wherever room he's in, and he's not.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But nothing crazy. Nothing like
I've had a guy that we used to work with, Julian, act like he wanted to smoke, and I tried to get him to give me his fucking Addy. I told him drop the Addy 1,000,000 times, and he fucking wouldn't. You remember the guy I caught fronting like he was in special forces?
Yes.
I can't remember his fucking name.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to smoke with him so bad, but he was a bitch. He barked so loud on the internet, but he was not. He wouldn't give me his location.
That's all of them. That's all of them.
I hate that shit so much. I hate a motherfucker that be on the internet talking cash shit and don't want to smoke in real life. I can't with keyboard thugs. That shit pisses me off to the max. I would much rather that. Because I'm petty. I'll entertain that shit all day. All day.
So I guess the question here, Agnes, is what is the craziest shit you've ever received? Because, in fact, before you even answer that, do you have a top 5? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it that serious? Like, do you have a list?
Yeah. So okay, the wildest to me, that's always the wildest is when men have conversations by themselves in my DM. Like, if it's ignored, they just for months will write every day
by themselves.
They're just
She's
writing.
not replying.
I'm not replying.
They keep commenting
at all.
Shooting their shots.
Like, yeah, I can. I can't. Before I would leave it alone, and it would go for months. Now, if it's like 4 or 5 times, and you see I haven't responded, you keep going, I block you. I don't have time for that shit. There's a lot of, oh, hi, you're so pretty, thank you. That's the next shit I get. That's the next shit I get. A baby arm or and sometimes it's not even a baby arm. Like, why are you showing me that? It's why you like, do you not see how it looks? And why do you think that was appealing to send it in a fucking DM? Like, I can't with the dick pics. There's so much of that. And I was worried.
That's so weird to me. I wonder what the ratio is where you send a dick pic and then all of a sudden that girl's just bouncing on it. Like, who's having success? Why would anyone do that?
Bro, you just asked the $1 million question, because I didn't let my daughters have social media until like they graduated high school, because I know. Right, as soon as they got social media, that they were getting that. Like, it's so it's so common for women to get random ass dick pics on a regular fucking basis is wild as shit. So one of the things that I ask myself, like, why do they feel so comfortable? Like, what they gotten good responses from doing this that they feel so comfortable to do it? Like, make it make sense. That shit is so fucking weird to me. I don't know you, and the most we got was, "Hey, how you doing? How was your day? My day was great."
Here's my
Bitch.
dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no, nothing. Just here. It's no comment.
You
Oh,
guys-
can I show you something? No, it's not. I mean, there's a lot of that too. Oh, I got something to show you. I hate that.
You guys,
Like,
you
it's
guys
so
ever see that video? There's a video where it's like Kermit the Frog, and he jumps in on like these live like things, and he always puts out like a pickle, like it's his dick, and he gets the reaction.
No, that's.
I'm gonna send them to you whenever
your
they pop.
timeline. That's okay. It's okay.
Bro, fuck off.
I don't need to
it's
see
a comedy
the
sketch.
Frog's pickle. I'm good.
Oh, my
Thanks.
He thinks he's so funny. He's like,
I just don't care to see Kermit the Frog's pickle.
He's like-
That's it. That's
he's
it.
like, Julian, that's your bag, not mine.
Pretty much.
And that's
Pretty
because
much.
your timeline is so ghetto.
Hey man, I mean, whatever goes into your entertainment, that's cool by me, man.
Listen, I did get proposals though. I've gotten proposals from, and I don't know if they're real pages, but I've gotten proposals where men are offering to be my sugar daddy. And
Dang.
yeah,
Now, that's one
But
I
I-
haven't got. I want.
I might even still.
I'll take a sugar.
I've
daddy.
had one that I didn't respond to and was like, I just want a conversation. And like they get aggressive and it's weird as shit. So yeah,
So-
none of that.
Dame, you open up an interesting question here. It's a little sidetrack, but what would be the oldest woman you would date?
It depends on how she looks.
Okay, so
I
if
mean,
she
you gotta-
looked good,
But she's 75.
she got that right cha-cha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like sounded a little. Sounded crazy.
But that ass, she got money. She looks good, but she's 75.
I mean, how old is Summer Hayek? She in her 60s, right?
75, bro. So who's 75 right now in the game?
How old is Mrs. Huxtable?
Felicia Rashad.
No, what? That's what we. Miss. She always gonna be Mrs. Huxtable.
Oh no.
See, you just showed your fucking little fetish right there. Because if you hooked up with her, you wouldn't call her Felicia. You'd be like, "Come on, give it to me."
What's her
Mrs.
last name?
Huxtable.
Mrs. Huxtable.
In the Cosby Show.
I know, but her real name, Felicia.
Felicia
what?
Rashad.
She is 77. Okay,
They knew that
period.
shit. They knew that shit. He knew it.
I figured she had to be around there. I don't know her age.
So you would date if you met a woman who looked like Felicia
She
Rashad.
look good. She still look good.
She's attractive, yeah.
Look, D.
Yeah, I got it here. I don't know.
Interesting. How about you,
You don't have
Agnes?
to lay it down. You don't have to lay it down. Me for
If
sugar
you-
daddy?
if you
Oh,
were
I don't have
single-
to lay it down.
No, you.
No,
yeah,
you have to lay it
That's the
down.
point.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of.
See, it's hard for guys because guys gotta get up. You know what I'm saying? So what if you can't get up? You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks. And women don't gotta worry about shit like that. They just gotta worry about ew. No, I can't. I cannot. That shit's so gross.
They
Nah,
gotta
that-
worry about what? She's like, they gotta worry about.
I just thought saggy and just it's so gross. Like I can't do it on man. I mean, I like a nice, mature, older man. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of
Maybe even pushing almost 60. Because I've seen some fine ass men, but yeah,
I think attractive, right body. I think I'm still good into the late 60s.
I don't know about Lacey. I think that's pushing it. Because old people start stink. They start to stink. So
Agnes, what?
I have a problem with stench. I need good hygiene.
You remember Damien like them funky women at the club, so I don't think
Yeah, he's giving them a pass.
God.
I cannot.
Oh,
I
damn.
cannot.
Somehow I ain't as old as I thought she was.
How old is she?
Who?
She's about to be 60.
Yeah, she's young still. Yeah, she can still get it.
She 11 years older than me. She
All right.
12 years older than me.
This was interesting.
Yeah,
got more to
I've
add,
got a
Dave?
lot of shit. I
Well, now the kind of the age gap thing kind of is like what's too much and when.
yeah. How about you? What's the oldest you would be with?
Or forget about
I-
the age, like age gap.
Okay, so just to play fair, I don't think I'd go anybody more than 2 or 3 years older than me.
Really?
Mhm.
Sama
Just-
Hayek? Oh,
Mentally,
well, she's
just,
about to
I
be
don't
60.
think. Yeah, she'd be.
We're not talking about to wife, bro.
What are we talking about? Say it, Dane. Don't be shy.
Just to have a good night.
Yeah. If some old chick, I know you don't do bars and you don't drink, but let's say you out somewhere and some random ass shit and some really good looking older lady is feeling you. You're not married. You're single.
You know, I had that recently.
You had what?
I was at a business trip and I stopped. We were all supposed to go to like this restaurant, and I was kind of tired and whatever. I sat down and I was waiting for the rest of the people to come for our reservations in our team. And I sat down, and this was in Boca, and some Boca woman with money, she was dressed nice. She's like, "Are you here alone?" And I was like, "Holy shit."
And she was older?
Was she
Oh,
purring?
yeah.
Was she purring?
She was
Grrr.
she was right. Yeah. Yeah. No, she wasn't doing all that, but
But did she
I
look
was-
good for her age?
she looked all right. I'll send you a picture because I took a picture and then I sent it to Tanisha, and I'm like, check this out, babe. I got these old viejas checking me out, so
Hell nah, that's dope.
yeah, but it's hard for me to say because I don't think about it. But let's say like Tanisha and I broke up. I don't think I can get with someone much older than me. They'd have to be my peer.
But if you got an offer,
Yeah, I think when you think you're looking at it wrong.
yeah,
Like,
not in a relationship. Let's
For
say
a
you
for a
out and
relationship, I've always had like a plus or minus 4. So I'm kind of with you there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
For a relationship,
not a relationship.
we're not talking
just
about
a
relationship.
bro.
Just
I
to-
don't. I don't.
But if you got
separate-
an
It's
offer.
hypothetical, bro. It's hypothetical.
Yeah. So this can sound kind of crazy, but if I was in the market just to have a good night, it'd have to feel more than just a good night. I don't know. Like I'd have to mentally put myself like this is more than just something I'm putting my stuff in. Does that makes sense? Like yeah.
What if she's like, I got 6 stacks for you for
Yeah,
tonight?
no,
What's up?
I mean, yeah, money don't move me like that. So yeah,
Man, listen.
money don't move me.
You got a good looking vieja
6 stacks a month,
with
and you don't
smells
you don't
good,
even have to do it all the
money.
time. She just want
She
company.
just want, she just
She
wants
just
a
want
little
somebody to go to dinner with.
Oh,
And,
I'm
every once in a while you might have to tap her
lay
on
the pipe
ass.
down. Yeah, that's
damn.
it.
I'm a
So-
great conversationalist.
and that
Well, are
might
you
turn her on,
pitching
and then
yourself
she
to
might
me?
want to
What
take
the
you
fuck?
to
I'm
Yeah,
just
he gave
letting
you the
you
googly.
know. I definitely
Share it
could.
to yourself.
You saw how excited he got when he thought
Yo,
that.
I was
Yo,
like, what the
chill,
fuck is he
chill.
telling me this for?
Yo, your dame menopause.
I don't even know what that meant. but-
Yo,
You know, like the whole play on pause, menopause, bro. You're fucking slow. Anyway,
or you're just
keep
not
up,
funny.
keep up, bro.
One of the
Keep up.
two. One of the two.
bro, I'm like, I legit have this headache that I've been dealing with all day. And Julian, bro, it's you, Jude, because you would be making me die laughing. Like, but Damien's reaction to shit is the funniest shit ever. And I think that's what makes it, bro. I wish that we could just put the
I mean, you
bloopers so
guys
people
just
can see
like
what we do right before we start recording, because it's at least 10
always a
minutes of
shit
me
show.
fucking cracking up, tearing, and like I had to get tissues to clean my makeup because this motherfucker had me dying laughing over here.
the problem with some of these conversations is that you guys go so deep down the fucking rabbit hole. Like the hypotheticals just go crazy. Okay, how about the 6 stacks? And oh, she's fine as
That's
fuck.
not that. That's not. It's not that.
that hard. We
It's
just
not
wanna
that
get-
outlandish, bro. That shit happens every
Facts,
day.
nah.
Look, let me stay in my
I'm telling you,
fucking
I'm getting
safe
it in my
zone,
DM.
and you can stay in your smelly horror safe zone, you know, at the club. Like it's all right, Dame. Like that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes. Let's not entertain crazy shit on the internet, because nowadays we don't know what's real, what's fake. But block every nasty ass dick pic that you get, especially if it's ugly and they look discombobulated, or they got big heads and they're real skinny or very veiny. Like it's all that
Too much.
weird
It's too
ugly
much.
shit.
It's too much. Too much. It's too much.
Block them. Block. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with it because I gotta see it. I gotta see it. So
I
you
do
could hear
not have to deal
descriptions.
with it.
You
Do
know
not
what? I'm
have
gonna
to deal
send
with
them in our chat every time I get one. I'm gonna send it to y'all. You're
mute
gonna
your
start.
microphone in 2 seconds. Do not have to deal with it.
I'm gonna start forwarding them to y'all, both of y'all.
No,
every time I get
you
one.
are not.
I am.
Hit it again.
I can't.
Well, since we're on the topic of men and women and dating situations,
There's too many.
it's kind of appropriate, I think. I don't know. So, Brandy put out a book, a memoir.
Memoir.
And it was kind of like a tell-all.
That's what
All right,
they
so
are.
for content, like
I didn't like it, man. I didn't like some of the shit I heard, but anyway, the biggest buzz, there was like 2 big things that came out of this fucking book so far that I've heard anyway.
How big?
I'm sorry. Stop.
Go ahead, keep going, Dane.
So, for those who don't know, Brandy and Kanye Morris of Boyz II Men once dated. This is not a new story. We've heard this a gazillion times in many different ways. She's actually told different accounts of this story than she did in her book. We'll get there. In her book, she basically says that Kanye, who is 6 years older than her, took advantage of her. And then eventually they fell in love, or she fell in love, she says. So they met in 94 when Brandy was 15, I believe. And they co-wrote a song on her, I think, first album. I think it was her first album.
How old was he when they? Oh, you said she was 14, so he was 20.
She was 14 when they first met in 90.
They're 6 years apart.
Or 15, 14 to 15. You know, it depends on the month of the
But he was definitely in his 20s, because if they're 6 years apart, then
yes.
okay.
Yes,
So this was before her and Kobe.
I think Kobe and her went to prom or something like that. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were like teenagers. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the timeline there, before or after. But so I think in 94 she was 15 and he was 20 or 21. They co-wrote a song, whatever, cool. Her album blows up. She's a star. Boyz II Men go now on their second tour, world tour. Brandy joins the tour. By this time, Brandy's 16. And that would make Kanye 21, 22. They start dating, city to city. And obviously, you know what entails dating. Wanye has I've seen multiple interviews with him saying her parents knew the deal. Her parents were okay with it. This wasn't like they were trying to keep it hush from the world, but it wasn't like no one knew what was going on. That's his story. She came out in an interview in like 2014 or something and said she was 18 when they got together. And now she's saying, "Oh, she was 15 and he took advantage of her and all of this."
So
crazy.
she's saying that she's saying he took advantage of her because
She looked up to
he
him as
convinced
like
her.
no, not that he was she didn't say it like he was grooming her, but initially he had the role, as she's saying it, of like someone she looked up to, like as an artist in the industry, someone she could go to for help or for advice and things like that. And he gave it. And then it just grew into more.
So
So
how did
she's
he
saying,
take
as a
advantage?
47-year-old woman today, reflecting, she is saying that's how she felt. But she didn't feel that way then.
What do you think?
I don't like it. I think Brandy has an issue with taking responsibility for her actions. With this topic, with the other thing, that the other story in the book, and then like with other shit throughout, just no matter what it is, she's more concerned about keeping up a certain image than she is just taking part in, what she's involved in.
June, why you cover your face?
I can't even believe Damien went there, but I'll let you go.
Why? What do you mean?
I don't think this is about her, more so about what he did. You don't like the fact that she's taking responsibility for when she was 15 and essentially
no, because she has had multiple accounts of this situation. She's saying in her story that her parents didn't know, that they were hiding it from her parents and from the world until they were,
after she already previously said that the parents knew.
No, she didn't previously say it.
He said
Wanye has said it multiple times, and it's never been refuted. Her parents never came out and said anything. She's never said anything. He's publicly said this, but now I just feel like she I don't know if it's clickbait, cover up. Well, I don't know, but it's.
Is it that she's angry with him, or she doesn't fuck with him anymore?
No, she's selling a book.
Because why would she? Because that can hurt him.
I mean, he should have thought about that, because that's nasty no matter what. I just don't like the way she's rolling this shit out.
So is it possible that upon reflection, as she's gotten older, she realizes that not only was she taken advantage of, but
she had no business messing around with a 20-something-year-old.
She had no business doing that. She wasn't protected. And maybe this is a cautionary tale for other young, stars that are coming up that could be in similar situations. We know at that time, if you go back to Aaliyah and Foxy Brown, and we know around that time there was a lot of conversation about how these young, attractive girls were treated in the industry. This is not anything new. This is quite old, going back before any of us were alive. And I think it's okay for a woman years and years later to tell her story. And I know that doesn't fit the convenient narrative, especially when you're taking someone who is considered a legend in a certain field, or part of a legendary group, and I know that rubs people the wrong way, but these things do happen, and I don't think there's anything wrong with her putting it out there now.
But why are we putting it on him that he was taking advantage of her?
because he was. If that's what happened, if the timeline matches, if they were doing music together and touring.
No,
when
he's
she was-
owned up to the timeline. Matter of fact, I have a clip of him talking about the timeline. He says the same timeline.
Okay, so then what's the debate here? That she spoke or that he raped the child? Like, what's the problem here?
Well, according to him, they didn't have sex until she was 16 or 17, and whatever state they were in on the tour. I could play the clip, but this
So-
is essentially
Real
this is
quick,
essentially
real
what he's
quick.
saying.
So I want to hear the clip, but just so he's talking from a legality standpoint, not a moral standpoint. Yes,
It was brought up in an interview and on the Breakfast Club, and they were like, "Oh yeah, rumors were you dated Brandy and she was mad young," and he was saying, it wasn't like I was 38, like I was pretty young too, and at that time, and this is where we were at, we were spending a lot of time together, and then obviously the sex conversation came up, and he was like, they were on tour together, so clearly they're going state to state, city to city, and he was like, we just made sure wherever we were, like the consent age was 16 or whatever, however old she was. But my issue is, I'm not, to be clear, that shit, I'm not cool with that. What I have the issue is the way she's putting it out now. It's a different story than what she's told. And according to him, her parents were aware. So is he taking advantage of her when her parents are aware of what's going on?
Well, it's apparent that he was taking advantage of her and her parents were taking advantage of her. And yeah, that's pretty apparent. That doesn't, I think the headline of the conversation is he was with a minor when he was old enough. I think
when you say he's taking advantage of her, how do we get there?
You're
Just because of the age gap?
You're in the group. Yes, you're in the group Boys to Men. This is you're
She's
essentially, yeah. Let me finish. He could have at that time almost any woman that he wants in his age.
Right.
You got these groupies going crazy. You got other superstars that probably would want to hook up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you fuck around with a girl who just got her period maybe 2 or 3 years before then? Like, what are we doing? When I put it like that, and it sounds even more gross and you don't want to visualize it, but it's the truth.
I think Brandy at her age
12, 11, whatever.
Listen, me at 14, 15 years old, I cannot compare to a 14 and 15-year-old nowadays. Like I don't know. My mentality was definitely different. And I'm not trying to justify anything. Let me just make that real clear. But stating the obvious, men, a guy in their 20, 21, still pretty immature, regardless. Like, it's not like Aaliyah was dating fucking R. Kelly. That's a huge age gap. Or didn't she date Damon? What the hell's his last name?
He says he was in love with her. I don't know how
Damon
Dash.
Damon Dash. Like, this guy, he was a kid, just like she was a kid, and she was probably way mature than him at her age. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not trying to justify, but it's not like he was a grown ass man.
But
I want to see what he says. What was his reaction? What is he saying?
Before I play the clip, I just want to, Julian, your point kind of, I think, makes the point that it wasn't necessary, that it may not have been him taking advantage of her, because if he could have had any other woman, it kind of makes it seem that whatever connection they had was a genuine connection, because he could have slept with whoever the fuck he wanted to use Boys to Men.
Like her.
15.
I'm not saying, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just speaking
15.
I'm talking about the point of saying he was taking advantage of her. I don't know how we get there, but
you think about the reality of that time. She probably was still watching shows like fucking Punky Brewster.
No, bro.
Like, she was probably watching. She probably was watching the Cosby Show. Like,
she was probably working a lot, because she's
like I'm just saying, like, at 15.
Her and I are a couple of years apart. In 1994, yes. I was 16 and I was dating a chick at UCF. So it's not like
Dane, you cannot you cannot compare dating like your situation to hers.
I'm
It's
not
a
just saying.
yeah, it's a different thing altogether.
Why?
Listen, I don't agree with it. I'm gonna leave it there. We could
How
play.
old is this girl at UCH
UCF.
or
24,
UCF? And you were how old?
16.
That's gross too. You don't think so?
I do now. I didn't then.
So let me ask you something. So if that girls happen to be listening to this podcast, would she be in the right to say, well, why is Damien bringing that up now?
No. So what?
You are faulting Brandy for writing a memoir now,
not for the
talking
way.
about it now. And I'm saying you just did the same thing.
No, I'm saying
I think his
the
problem
way
is
she's
that she
saying it,
made she's
she's
this is not the first
contradicting
time she's
previous
talked about it. Yeah.
statements.
It's not the
And
first
she
time
did-
she's talked about it.
Yeah, because maybe back then, back a few years ago, quite a few years ago, maybe she didn't want to put him out there. Maybe she wasn't ready to talk about it. Maybe at that time she had fear. Maybe who knows what the reason is? Who knows? Does she have kids now?
Just a few weeks ago, yes, I believe so.
So if she has children, maybe she wants to leave a better legacy for her kids,
But
and
the
doesn't want to
reality is the reality, though, that you don't get to tell it different because you want to portray yourself a certain way.
No,
And
it's not about
that's what my issue is.
How about if the reality is exactly what she said, and it sounds like he would agree.
For years, it's been on the record of him saying that her parents were fully aware.
Right.
She's never denied it until this book.
So
she has
she's
spoken
with the
about it.
parents.
So is your beef that she's denying that her parents were fully
That she's
aware?
switching up her story. That she's making it seem now worse than what she previously.
She's told different versions of this story.
Okay, but I think that's irrelevant. The story that she's telling mostly.
That's what his argument is, I think.
No, the story that she's telling is mostly what he's told, right? Mostly, other than the parental part, he's basically agreeing with the timeline.
No,
That's the clip you're going to play, right?
At one point, she said that they didn't date till she was 18.
That's not what I said. The story she's telling now,
yes,
matches up with the story he had previously said about the timeline, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's the story, not whether she changed up the story or not whether if she's saying, yeah, I did do that. We did do that at that time. That's the story here. That's the issue that I have, not so much that she changed it up. Women or victims of this sort of abuse or worse abuse typically do that. They don't speak out initially, but as time goes by,
But she has spoken out.
Yeah, she's speaking out more, right? She's
speaking
giving more
out differently.
detail. And what's wrong with that?
Everything. So let's say she comes out with this book now, and then next year, in 3 more years, she tells another story. She tells the same story again and switches it up again. Then what?
Like that's part of the change. Okay, what part of the change up are you guys having a beef with? That's what I guess that's what I'm trying to understand.
Just a change up. Which one is it? Because you're in your 40s now. So when you were in your 30s telling the story, you were old enough to tell it the way it should be. Now,
so we're clinging on to the fact that her story has changed and not the details of the story that he also matches up with.
She's putting all the onus on him, as if
it is on him.
It is not on him when she took a part in it and her parents did.
So Dane, at 15 years old, whether her parents were involved in it or not.
It's not whether. That's a big deal.
No. Stop for a second. Just hear yourself for a second. At 15 years old, forget whether the parents were involved in it or not. Forget whether he thought it was legal in the state or not. He was in his 20s and he was having sex with a 15-year-old. That is one against the law.
No. He said they were 16. She was 16 to 17.
Okay, 16 to 17. Still, that's the problem that I have. You guys want to cling on to Whether the parents knew or whether she changed up the story, fine. Have at it. You can shove your cock in that fuckery all you want. All I'm saying is I don't like the idea that he's just going to be.
I have to say this about you, Ju. I love how hard you be going in for women. Like, you're such a dope ass woman advocate. It's not even funny. Like, a lot of our arguments, and even when I go back and I relook at, you really be going hard for us, yo. And I love that for us. I love that for you. But in this case, I have to agree a little bit with Damien because.
But I'm not justifying the action.
I'm not justifying the action either. I understand where I understand where you're coming from, but I like that Damien. I mean, I like that Jew is like, regardless of the outcome, it's still he was old enough to know that he was with a younger chick. Granted, if he's gonna be frowned upon, the parents should be frowned upon too, because they allow this and they encouraged it because they were both in the music industry. She can't come now 30 years later and be like, you know what, I was taken advantage of.
No, but Dame, if you said, I don't like the idea that she's protecting her parents and not and not.
I don't think she's just protecting her parents. I think she's also trying to protect this persona of perfect little girl that they've always portrayed. Just a few weeks or a month or so ago, Shine was on a podcast with Mace and what the fuck is his name? Cameron. And it comes up. We all know that at one point Mace and Brandy dated. And however that came up in the conversation, obviously they dated and they did what they did when people date. It came up in the conversation that Shine was new into the game and new to Bad Boy and also got introduced to Brandy, and they had a little thing going on. And he was trying to get with her at the same time Shine was. She came out, denied all of that shit.
And how old was she when all of this supposedly happened?
I don't know. But
so if she was a minor, it's clear.
I don't think she was a minor.
But if she was, it's clear that she was being groomed, and this is what they do. Not to mention if it's connected to anybody in Bad Boy.
This would have Bad Boy would have been in the late 90s, so she would have been at least 18 or older.
The point I'm trying to make is all of that other stuff is more relevant to me than whether she was raped, and that's bottom line. So
is that how she's making it seem?
That's statutory rape.
Is that what she's saying?
It's not statutory rape.
It's not.
No, most states is some states are 14 to consent. Most states are 16. There are some states that are 18, but that's.
Is she making it seem like she got raped?
No. That's a legal term you use. So I'm just saying legally, no, that's not the case.
Play the clip.
Yeah, let me see the clip.
Celebrity relationship. Were you the only one that was ever involved with a celebrity?
Who was he dating?
Kanye was banging Brandy.
He left him lonely, brokenhearted.
No, I didn't actually leave him.
He was teaching Reggae how to do videos.
You taught Reggae how to do the segment.
That's why they called you Squirt.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, Brandy even said in her behind the music that you broke her heart because you fell in love with somebody else.
I mean, you only fall in love with somebody. You only fall out of love with somebody else if somebody makes you fall out of love. Mm-hmm. You know, so if that was the situation, if that's what she said, then
that's political. I like that.
I can't contest to her view about it. I can just only live by my view.
Revolt.
They were saying she was really young when y'all dated.
Yeah, she was. Not that young. Not
jailbait.
No, that's what I'm saying. Hold on, but you know that's why. But that's why I stopped it.
The question
hold on. But that's why I stopped it and said that she wasn't that young, because I don't want y'all to think Boys to Men was young. No.
She said she was
young. I was young too.
She said she was 15 and she had to keep it a secret because she was so young.
See, we did the thing. We did the thing when she was like 16, 17, around that time. You know.
You was so you was still a boy too. You
I wasn't old.
You wasn't
I
too
wasn't
many
like
yet. You was
38
boys.
years old, nothing like that. I was old enough to. She was old enough to get it.
Okay. But was it legal in the state y'all was in? Is the...
I mean, we was always in different states. We was on tour.
They had a nomad
You
relationship.
know what I'm saying? We just, we didn't do it in the states that it was legal. It was illegal in.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh. Political.
No. It was, you know what I mean? It was a time. It was a relationship. It grew and it ungrew. I guess you could say that.
Ungrew.
Squirted and it unsquirted.
Squirted and unsquirted. I like that.
Oh my god.
I don't even know how these idiots can sit there laughing like a bunch of fucking hyenas over this shit. But whatever. So I looked it up. Statutory rape. It's a crime when you have sex with a minor that agrees, well, both parties agrees to have sex. It's not forced, but it is a minor. Now, if they're, let's say, 16 years old, that might carry a rape in the third degree and have a lighter sentence, but it is illegal. So
It varies by state.
okay.
In Florida, I believe you have to be 18. So I don't know if you were looking up Florida's rules.
I was not looking up any particular state. I was
It
just
varies
looking up
by-
the definition of statutory rape. So I was not using it incorrectly.
So there's the age of consent where you can legally consent.
Yeah,
And it
there
varies.
was once upon a time it was legal to have slaves in the United States. Just because it's legal doesn't make it right. Like,
You used a legal term, so I was responding to the legality
And-
of the term.
and my legal term was correct.
It varies by the state.
Okay, but it was correct, right?
We don't know what state they had sex in and whether or not it was correct at that time. I have no
But if
fucking
it-
idea.
But if it varies, that means the variation could be that it was correct, right?
According to what he just said, I wasn't there. I didn't fucking pull his dick out of his pants for him. What the fuck you want me to say? I'm not going to automatically assume it wasn't, and I'm not going to assume it was. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Bro,
What he
I
said-
made a statement and you were correcting me. So
No,
I was just, that was it. So
because you said it was statutory rape. In some states it might be. In some states it might not be. It depends on where they were.
So let's say it's statutory rape. Let's just hypothetically say it's statutory rape in New York, but not in Florida, right? Right?
Okay, let's just say
Let's just say hypothetically, right? Because I don't know what the laws are from state to state. Dame can't even give me that because he knows, he's going to disagree with my point. But if let's say
I'm listening. I'm just
it's
waiting for you to
statutory
say what
rape
you're
from
saying.
one place to another, it doesn't matter where they do it. It still falls under statutory rape. It's still written somewhere in some book that it's statutory rape. So whether I use it and whether we're not debating on what state they did it in at what time. He
I think that
basically
matters.
admitted that he admitted that it was multiple states.
Right.
So why are we playing a hypothetical here?
Even at his age right now, he still sounds super immature. Like
That interview was like 5 years ago.
Well,
yeah, he sounds.
I'm not down with it.
I know someone that was arrested for statutory rape. This is here in Florida, in Orlando. Met a girl in a club, which you had to be 18 and older to get into. Obviously, the girl had a fake ID. He met the girl. She lied about her age. Her parents found out, and he went to jail for 5 years. And
No.
has a
Let me tell you a real story that happened here in Tampa. This girl went missing. 12 years old. At 12 years old, you look at this girl, she looks like she's 18, 19 years old. Thick. Anyway, she goes to the races are I want to say it was Gandhi. And she meets a guy there. And she goes home with him. And she spends like the weekend at his house. Of course, they do the do. Her parents report her missing because she's not answering her parents. They go out, hang out for whatever reason, and one of the guys homies sees the missing girl's report and like, yo, isn't this the girl that you with? So they bring it to her and they're like, yo, is this you? And she's like, no, that's not me. I'm 19. And they're like, yo, this is you. You're on TV. Like, you're missing. So he goes back. He tells his parents. They call the police because she's missing and it's all over the news. This is here in Tampa. They call the police. They say, yo, she's here with us. We didn't know she was 12. She told us that she was 19. He already has sex with her. He's not only did he go to jail, but they're deporting him.
Yep. In court, it came out that she used a fake ID to enter the club, and that still wasn't justification enough for him to get off.
Nope. And how'd he
That's
know?
like
He's a
that
kid.
song
He's
from-
with this girl.
That's like that old song from KRS-One called 13 and Good. Similar story.
The same shit that happened to Akon in that at the charges that were pressed on him. This was back in 2000 and something, right before he was going on tour with Fergie. He was at a club and this girl went into this club. And he must have got her to go on stage and was a little inappropriate.
I remember that. I remember that.
And they found out that she was underage, and he almost got in trouble for that. He almost got banned.
Yep, I remember that.
And her dad let her go out that night, and she went into a club that they supposed to be checking IDs in.
Exactly.
And they put it on him.
Well, this guy has a permanent fucking record now of that shit.
This kid is getting deported. Him and his parents are getting deported because of this 12-year-old little girl that was telling everybody she was 19, who wasn't a virgin, by the way. Moving on. Kanye.
All right, so Kanye West. I think Kanye West is too tainted. His reputation is destroyed. I don't know.
I think
I don't know if he. Yeah, I don't. You know, I have a friend. We've talked about her. She was in other podcasts with us, Patricia. She used to say that a lot.
Shout out to Patricia. I love her. I need to meet her.
Here's my thinking on that. Like, so it's such of a kick in the balls to people with real mental health issues, because his views are still his views. His actions are still his actions. We can't just point the finger and blame it on mental health, because it goes beyond that. He's got statements here. I'm just going to throw out a couple of things. His slavery is a choice statement. He said that he would go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. He's repeatedly stated statements that people would consider anti-Semitic. He praised Hitler and praised Nazis.
He's got a song about Hitler.
Yeah, praised Hitler and Nazis.
The way he got his wife walking around too.
In an interview with Alex Jones, no less, he said that he had admiration for Hitler and said that he loved Nazis. He put on that White Lives Matter shirt, and they had that whole thing with the Paris Fashion Week.
Wore a KKK hood, sold that shit on
the black KKK outfit, and he also vehemently supported Donald Trump. So when you've done all that and it's happened for years, I don't buy the mental health thing, and I don't even think he leans on that.
But you can't be normal. You can't be normal and think that way and say shit like that. That's not normal behavior.
Sure,
There gotta be something wrong with you.
But we do have plenty of Black and Hispanic celebrities that have made similar statements, and just people in general. There are Trump supporters out there. Dave Chappelle did a skit on this years and years ago, which is ironic that he actually showed up at this event, allegedly showed up at this event where he did the blind racist character, right? The black blind racist character.
Clayton Bigsby.
Right. So it just amazes me, like, how we've seen. It's funny even just thinking about it.
Because Clayton Bigsby was a black blind man who thought he was white.
I know.
And then he divorced his wife.
Being an end lover, right? Yeah. So
he's stupid.
Yeah. So you could be someone who might lean a little right, might even support some right wing ideology, and I don't think you should. I don't think it's totally necessary to like ban or demonize or just disassociate completely. People can evolve and people can change, and apparently, I think he's made statements that he's somewhat trying to do that. So in this show that he did that's caused up this controversy, Travis Scott, Erykah Badu, Dave Chappelle, CeeLo Green, Lauryn Hill, among others, allegedly had showed up to it. So some of the issues that a lot of people are having is, why is he getting such support? And I would agree that I don't think he should be getting this support. I think there should be consequences to the things that you do and the things that you say, especially if it's hurt not only other communities, but in particular your community. So I have an issue with it. It's not consuming my life. I really don't care. But I just think, as someone who has been following Kanye West for many, many years, I think he's done a lot of damage. And
Yeah, he has. He has.
yeah, and that's why I stand on that. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel sorry for him. Sometimes he aggravates my life. Like I get a lot of mixed feelings with Kanye. I don't think I think something is really wrong with him. And I think he battles with that shit internally. I think sometimes even he knows he has some issues, or even the way that he has his thought process. I don't know. I don't know about that guy, but sometimes I feel bad for him.
I don't know enough about the different mental health conditions to be able to pin it all on people who suffer from these things. There's a reason why in court, if it's proven that someone has a mental health issue, they're judged differently. So I don't mean to excuse it. I'm totally off Kanye, but I do think that there should be space for people with mental health to be able to get help, do the recovery, and try and clear up the shit they did wrong. I think they should be given space for that.
Agreed.
Until
you don't know.
I think they got to do the work, just as much work as he did to tear shit up. I think he has to do that much work to prepare it. This is obviously way too soon.
I think right. So I think that's the point that most people would. I think most fair-minded people would agree with. Right? If he spent the next 3 to 5 years really trying to backtrack and correct the damage that he's done, and he's done damage. Let's not pretend that he hasn't.
Of course, no, absolutely.
If he's done that, then I can turn around and say, you know what, the guy, it's a redemption story, and he deserves. And I think about that with everyone. Like, I don't just inherently just think like everyone deserves to be banned or whatever, canceled. But if there's something that you've crossed the line and it's too severe to come back from, I don't think Kanye's quite there, but kind of is in a way. Like,
he's not
no matter what he ever says or does, I'll never be a fan of his music. But if other people choose to support him,
yeah, I'm not a fan of him either.
Yeah, I don't know if
I'm not a fan of him or his music.
Yeah, so I don't think I fuck with that. But anyway, yeah, interesting story with Kanye. I'm sure it's going to be developing. And
I will say, I didn't like that shit that happened in the UK. I didn't like that at all.
What did I miss? What are you doing?
So he had a 2-night concert booked there, and Pepsi pulls out, which was a major sponsor. Then other sponsors started pulling out, and then all of a sudden, the government's like, "Oh, I don't even know if he's allowed here." And then all of a sudden, he's banned from coming to the state, so the whole thing's off. When you put these events together and you have these companies involved, they know very well who the fuck the show is on the show. It's not like Pepsi was like, "Oh, wait, we're sponsoring Kanye." No, they knew who the fuck they were sponsoring. But it's like, as soon as the backlash, as soon as a little pressure comes, then they're like, "Oh, no, we had no clue. We're not with that."
Yeah.
Right, and that's because they don't care about the issues one way or the another, or another.
They don't want to tarnish their name.
Don't care. There's no moral ground that they're standing on. It's all about who's screaming the loudest
for certain causes.
for certain causes, right? Of course.
Look at you guys agreeing on something. Que lindo.
No, I know, it's so
That was
weird.
nice.
I'm trying to
that
find a
was
way
nice,
to fuck it
though.
up, but I couldn't think of something.
Just deal with it. You guys agreed
That
on
was
something.
that was
Accept it.
kind of my point that I was speaking to or trying to speak to last week when we were talking about Jaden Ivey and how the team and the NBA handled it. Like, I just don't like shit like that. But anyway, speaking of the NBA,
this is a weird kind of subject for me because if you're, well, let me break this down for those of you who don't really follow the NBA. So NBA has a lot of problems. Steph Curry recently got injured and he was out for 27 games straight. And he just made his return this week. And so let's just put that aside. So some of the issues that you see in the NBA right now, teams are tanking. So they're purposely losing so they can get a high draft pick. There's a lot of load management, right? Players don't play so they can save themselves for the playoffs, whatever. A lot of the games are really hard to find on cable and on television nowadays. It's not like, it's back in the day we just tuned into NBC and that's, where you watched. Like, it's a little bit harder now. I'd say another issue with the NBA, and it's not an issue for me. I think it's great, but for some people, a lot of the superstars, some of the best players in the league are not American. That's starting to shift, and I think there are more foreign players that are better than most of the American ones. There's a lot of massive injuries. There's the top players, most of them are not American. So again, I don't have an issue. I love Giannis, I love Luka, I love Jokic. A lot of the top players are just not American. That's a fact. Also, a lot of massive injuries to the NBA players. Referees are incompetent at best. And I think that league is suffering from LeBron fatigue. I think people are tired of his flopping, his whining, his son, the media stands glazing him every chance they get. So with all of that said, Steph Curry comes back. And I realized that I haven't watched a game, and I have League Pass. I haven't watched a game since he left. Because and I'm a big Steph Curry fan, but I usually watch other games, like here and there. I don't just watch Steph Curry. Recent years, that's all I pretty much watch. But I think the league, once he's gone and he's close to retiring, it's going to be him, KD, LeBron, or whatever. I think the league is in trouble if they don't fix their shit.
there is no superstar coming behind him. There's a lot of stars, but there's no superstar.
And I would argue that he's the only superstar that we have had in years. I think since Kobe. I don't think LeBron is at that level. I don't think KD is at that level.
You don't think LeBron is on that level?
Yeah, LeBron.
I think LeBron is manufactured by the media.
Yes, but he's still a superstar.
No, I think LeBron, if you go by the definition of superstar, I would not argue. I would agree with you on that. I don't think he's hitting the level that Steph hits. I think when people see Steph Curry,
in his play in the game,
in his play and his just impact as a person, I just don't think LeBron has that.
Yeah, I feel like LeBron pisses people off more than people like Steph Curry more than they like LeBron, for sure.
LeBron is like Floyd Mayweather to me. Like, you either love him or you hate him.
He's become that. He's become that. He's become that.
He's always been that for me. I don't even watch basketball like that. And he aggravates my life when he throws himself on the floor. When someone taps him a little bit, he be doing the most.
Who wants to see that? Who wants to see that?
Steph is funny.
Steph
has personality.
Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, all three of them have this fucking thing when they step out on the court that Kawhi didn't have, that KD doesn't have. Sure, that these players had flashes of it, but it's different. You could argue Shaq might have had it. you know,
Shaq
in
had
his
it. Shaq
prime.
definitely
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah. Shaq, you could argue Magic, of course, you know, Bird. Steph is there. I don't feel like LeBron has it. And I know a lot of LeBron fans are going to lose their fucking mind hearing me say this, but I'm going to just throw out this one little stat here. So listen to this, since 2015, the NBA has only been able to draw over 14 million viewers at a game 27 times. You understand that, right? So since 2015, only 27 games have hit over 14 million viewers.
Wow.
Steph Curry played in all 27 games.
Period.
Wow.
So snack on that.
Mic drop.
What year did Curry come into the league? Well, better yet, when did they win his first ring?
Steph Curry came in 2009, and his first chip 2015. So it was that year. Yeah.
Hey, that makes sense to me.
So yeah, I know. Oh, LeBron is this, and LeBron is, you know, behind Michael Jordan. He's not behind Michael Jordan. Well, he's very much behind Michael Jordan, but he's not number two. And I've said this. You know, I have a good friend of mine who is a LeBron fan, but I've told him when LeBron retires, give it 5 years. Shit, now I'd say give it 1 year, and that GOAT conversation, you're not going to be hearing it anymore.
I don't think I don't hear it anymore now.
I still hear some of it, but it's nowhere near as prominent as it used to be, for sure. So, any added thoughts on that? I know that was my little rant, my little Steph Curry fangirl, but
I mean,
I love Steph Curry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw that out there.
I don't really have anything to add. You pretty much hit it on the head there.
You guys saw the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
You saw what he did, and then they still gave the MVP to LeBron. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
No, they didn't. See, I didn't
Yes,
even
they
know
did.
that.
Yes,
Wow.
they damn sure did.
Wow.
And Steph Curry damn near fucking he did. He took over those two last games and was absolutely insane the shit that he was doing. But that's the world we live in.
Well, you know what we can do? We can play this game. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's our turn. It's our turn.
All right. So this is the Would You Rather game.
The voice. He would rather eat whatever he's eating right now.
So this is hard. I actually came up with this game today. I had another game that requires you both to think quickly and also speak at the same time. And I thought, but you also have to be able to hear what each other is saying. So I thought that might be a challenge. So I didn't know if y'all wanted to try that game and then do this as a backup, or
I think it won't work on mine because when you guys talk, it overpowers my mic. So I would cut off in the middle of Julian talking. I think so if we did it that way.
Well, it wouldn't be talking. Both of you would just have to say a letter, but at the same time. So you would have to hear each other's letter.
I'm down for both. Whatever you got. I'm ready.
Let's roll with this. When we have time, we'll do the other one. Or maybe we'll do the other one another time. We'll try it another week.
Okay.
So
what is this game? This is the Would You Rather?
Would you rather? All questions are for both of you.
Okay. How many questions?
10 questions.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Would you rather take $1 million for yourself or 10 million to a charity of your choice?
1 million for myself.
Okay.
1 million for myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 10 million to a charity, boys. No
I
offense
might
to charity.
start my own 504c and donate the 10 million to myself, and then I have 10 million, but that's just the way I think. But whatever.
Okay.
All
Mr.
right.
Think outside the box over here.
Hey. Would you rather for $10 million, Would you send an innocent stranger to jail for 1 year?
No.
A
Or you get
stranger?
nothing? So yeah, would you rather take nothing or get $10 million, but it requires a stranger, an innocent person, to go to jail for 1 year?
I mean, can I communicate with this stranger? I don't know. If it just requires them going to jail for no reason, no, I'm not doing that. But
if we could communicate
I get
and
to
split up
yeah,
some
if
of
I
that
can
money,
communicate and I'm
I
like,
didn't
hey,
say you
listen, you
can't.
take a
I
year
didn't say
break
you
in
can't.
jail. Okay, because if I could be like, listen, you're gonna go to jail, but when you get out, I got your back, and you don't gotta work, you in jail, just you know what I'm saying? I put money in your shit, you'll be good, and then when we come out, we rich bitches. But if that's the case, then yes. But if I don't get to, hook them up, then I
You
wouldn't
guys are
ruin
putting
somebody's life.
parameters on this that I didn't include.
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
based on
I
what
wouldn't.
you
I
said,
wouldn't.
if it was just a random innocent person going to jail, I would not.
Same.
But my
but
first thought was like, fuck yeah, and then when he comes home or her, whatever, I'll break him off. Clearly, he'll pay you for your time.
they have to know that, because what if they suffering in there and they don't even know why they locked up? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt somebody. I want to
I'm
be able to
not-
be like, look, I'm gonna put you in jail, but I got your back when you get out. This is what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's different.
I'm not
Then
in
I'll
the
do it.
business of ruining someone's life. They could have
Same.
kids. They could have responsibilities. Nah, I'm not. I ain't doing that.
They probably
I
will
agree.
never have the opportunity to be a millionaire again.
Well, now if you're adding those parameters, then
I'm
there
saying
would be a
that's what
discussion.
I'm saying that's what I would do.
Listen, if it's a single person and then they're already having a hard time with inflation right now,
You don't
go to
know,
jail. You're there for. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
if
Go
you
there for a
said
year.
just
You on vacation.
a random innocent person that I
Yeah.
don't know, they don't know me, don't know the situation, the answer is no. If there are other stipulations that we can work some shit out, I'd be like, yo, come on, bro. Come on, whatever. But
Agreed.
I'm just
I'm
not
with you on that one.
randomly just putting someone in jail so I can go on vacation, permanently. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I mean, it's the 10 million, right? Okay, anyway.
So, all right. So, would you rather go to Game 7 of an NBA championship or Game 7 of a World Series?
Who's playing? Shit. I say World Series for me.
Not even close, NBA.
All right. So, would you rather no one come to your wedding or no one come to your funeral?
No one come to my wedding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree. I probably wouldn't want anybody to come to my wedding anyway.
But I want to party at my funeral. And you know why?
Why?
You were my wedding. Like, if I could take it back, if I could take my wedding back, I wouldn't do a wedding. I had done all that extra shit. I would have had a nice little fucking get together with my close friends and took a dope ass fucking vacation. Like, for a minute, at least like a good 2-week vacation. But for a funeral, I would much rather like all my peoples come together and celebrate me while I'm gone. For sure.
I always felt that I always felt that way. Kind of like it's a representation of the impact you had on people's life, the turnout, right? But
that you will never be aware of.
Right. That's one.
You're there in spirit. What you mean? You're there.
Two,
You can see.
What if you've like out survived your friends and family?
Bro, At 90 years old, I'm still gonna have friends. Like, so somebody's gonna come to my damn funeral.
Somebody,
Anybody in
yeah,
the
but it
group.
might not be like, I'm just saying. It was a thought I had. I shared the same sentiment as you, but then I was like, there's anyway. All right. Would you rather 1 month of a pink eye or 1 month of a cold sore on your lip right here?
Nah,
Cold sore
pink
on
eye
your
all
lip.
day.
Not underneath your mustache, Julian, right here.
I go
Can't
with the
hide
cold
it.
sore. I've had pink eye a few times.
No.
I used to get them chronically, and yeah, not my thing.
So pink eye for Julian. What did you say?
But you know what?
No,
I've never
pink
had
eye
a
for
cold
me.
sore. So
Pink eye
eye
for
for
me.
you?
Yeah. I'd rather if someone think someone farted in my face and think I kissed something nasty, like, because they say
yeah, I don't know.
that's what causes pink
I don't
eyes.
know.
Is
Does it
ass.
hurt? I've never had a cold sore in my mouth. I've never had a
You
cold
don't
sore.
get a pink eye from ass in your face.
That's what they say. That's what they say. I swear to God, I make that shit up. When you get a pink eye, they're like, "Who farted in your face?" Like, I hear that shit all the time. I swear, bro. I know.
So
I'm not
every
the only
motherfucker
one.
that's had pink eye, that's what you think. It's like, oh,
Somebody shitted in their face.
Yeah, you was eating booty. Somebody farted and
Damn.
shit. Yep. And then here you go with a fucking pink eye.
or
And
did you fart in someone's face and they ended up a pink
And they
eye?
get-
And you were like, yep, that's it.
All right, this one might be challenging.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather Julian, your mom, Agnes, your dad, and their friends to view your sex tape, or you go 1 year without bathing and grooming?
My parents are definitely watching my sex tape. Yeah.
Bro, for real, because there's no way I can't do you already know the hygiene is a big deal. You telling me I can't take a shower for a year? Listen,
your
Dad, you're just gonna have to be
and his
traumatized.
homeboys.
And his friends.
is-
Oh, well,
is
deal with
what-
it. Deal with it. I'm not gonna be walking around with a dirty ass because my dad couldn't see him. Sorry, let him know. He'll be okay. Like, out of here. I'm not gonna be a dirty bitch.
I guess that was a lot easier
In a
than
way.
I thought.
How about you, Dame?
Yeah, he's not gonna let his mom look at him that way.
Yeah, he's taking a shower. I think he's gonna take a shower just thinking about this shit.
That's a good thing I'm not playing a game, right?
Mm.
My dad is understanding. I'm just saying.
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause?
Damn,
The
that's a
cause.
hard one.
The cause.
Damn, I don't want to know neither. So am I gonna know this before I die?
Yes.
Then I'd rather know the cause. I don't want to know when I'm dying.
I feel like we had that conversation in the old podcast, and I think we went back and forth because I think we were saying if you knew the date, you can plan your life
If you have
accordingly.
time to.
If you have time, right? Like if I got an email that said, "Hey, this is the date, bitch. Like you're done," but it's 2055.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same with the cause. If you know the cause, then you can try to prevent it.
Well, no, you wouldn't be able to prevent it if you know the cause of it.
Right,
You know
'cause
what's gonna be the cause of it, because this is you being alive. The same with the dates.
Not the cause of you getting sickness, the actual cause that you die.
You dying.
Right.
So if the cause of you dying is a car accident, then you're gonna avoid cars. That's what I'm saying.
You can't avoid cars.
No, because then that would be fate already written. Like
Right.
it would be a fate.
It's already set that this is how it's happening. So
Right.
You can't.
I don't want to know when I'm dying. I'd rather know how I'm dying than when I'm dying.
So how about if like you get that message and you find out that like you die on the toilet, like you drowned in the toilet or something? That would cause a lot of questions, wouldn't it? Like, would you like avoid toilets at that point?
Probably. Or listen, I got a lot of property. I got a lot of property outside. We'll be okay.
Doing a duty in the bathtub, she'll slip and fall into the toilet, and you know. Wow.
All right, here's a good one.
Okay.
Would you rather tell your partner that you had an affair or be told that they had an affair?
That's pretty easy for me. I'd rather tell my partner that I had an affair because I've been cheated on, and that's never what you want to hear. But I think emotionally speaking, I think men. I'll just speak for me. That was probably one of the toughest things I had to deal with. Not the toughest, but one of the toughest things I had to deal with. I wouldn't want to put Tanisha through that either, but
take your pick. It's you or her.
Yeah. Well, it's both. It's both of us that would be afflicted with that. It wouldn't just be. It's not a one-way thing.
It is a one-way thing.
Absolutely not.
It is.
Having to admit something like that to the person you love.
So what's your choice then? Because now it sounds like you're backtracking.
I am backtracking. I'm not confident in either answer.
He's like, fuck, she's gonna see this.
I mean, who wants to do either one, right? I mean, like,
nobody. But would you rather? Which would you rather?
My chest. I'd rather he tell me.
I don't want to know that he's fucking around with someone. So sorry, babe.
You know, it's interesting how this played out with Agnes's answer and Julian's, because I do think men are more fragile than women are when it comes to shit like this. I don't think a man's ego could not handle it as well as a woman
the ego. Mm-hmm.
And it played out just like that. So pretty interesting. Would you rather have more time or more money?
Time. I don't want to be in a poorhouse, but I'd rather have more time.
Damn, that's a good question. Shit. I mean, yeah, it'll have to be more time because I could get more money like tomorrow and then what? You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. Yeah, time for sure. Time for sure. I'd rather have more time.
I kind of feel like the money is the way for both, because money will give you the more availability, more time, more available time to
until
spend
you
time
fucking
with.
get hit by a car and then you have all this money for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get hit by a car at any time.
That's what I'm saying.
But you gave it either or.
Well, I guess you're interpreting time meaning the span of your life. I didn't take it that way. I meant
what do you mean by time?
As like a just available time, like time in your life, in your day-to-day life.
More time to go fishing.
Just time for whatever.
Oh no, yeah. Then if it's just more time to like
more free in a day, time.
Yeah, fuck that. I'd rather have more money than more free time.
Then yeah, I mean, I'm fucking unemployed right now. I'm unemployed right now, so I would much rather have more money than time. I suck up 40 hours of my life. I'll take it.
Stop tapping.
That's not me. That's probably me. My bad. It's my
I'm still doing it.
Fuck.
It's not me now because I have my hands.
Would you rather have loyalty or respect? Final question.
Isn't it the same thing?
No.
Nah. Because you could have people that respect you in your face, but not loyal to you at all. I'd rather have loyalty.
I struggle
Fuck
with
that
this
fake
one,
respect shit.
believe it or not. I struggle with both. I don't like to be disrespected, but I can walk away from people pretty easily.
I feel you. I feel you. I don't like to be disrespected at all. I have a big problem with that. But I don't want fake respect either. I don't want you in my face. It's almost like the shit that happened with 50. You know what I'm saying? He had this guy who fucking it seemed like a fan and he wanted to do everything for him. And that's the same dude that shot him. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have loyalty. Don't give me fake respect because I might be up one right now. And so you want to be on my dick because I'm popping. And as soon as you have the opportunity to fucking stab me in my back, you're going to do it. I'd rather have loyalty all day.
I would say loyalty because chances are you'd have their respect or at least perceive the respect. So I would say loyalty.
That's true. You have a good point, you.
I think people can be loyal to someone they don't respect.
How?
There's something in it for them.
How do you be loyal to someone you don't respect?
There's something in it for them. As long as
that's why I said perceived respect.
I don't know. You're gonna have to give me an example because that doesn't make sense to me.
50 cents.
Okay.
I get on, I got all the money, I'm taking my crew with me. They'll be loyal as fuck to him until he's no longer paying their fucking bills.
So you rather respect?
They don't necessarily respect him, but they're going to be loyal to him because that's a way to eat.
That's not real loyalty, though. That's fake loyalty.
Right. That's why it's kind of weird. Yeah.
No, I'd rather real loyalty than fake
whatever
respect.
perception of respect that comes with that.
I'll take the respect.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin to go. I'll just say this, and then we can take it from there. Obviously, I'm sure you guys are aware of the post that he made on Easter. That basically is going to bomb the shit out of Iran's bridges and water processing plants and their whole power infrastructure, which are all war crimes in
what
themselves.
the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, I'm so fucking over him.
And then he goes a step further and plans to obliterate an entire civilization. Like, first of all, and then he throws in there, all praise be to Allah. So he says this on Easter, right? Which is like a big day for
a sacred day
for Christians and Catholics. When he's talking about destroying people and blowing them to smithereens, and then wants to like throw in a little nudge, all praise be to Allah. I can't take this guy seriously. I've never wanted to punch somebody in the face more than him. Like, I really want to punch him in the face.
Bro, I'm so over him. Like, I want him to go like blow for blow with another president and the other president from another country and get his ass whooped. And that's like the ideal If there's gonna be any war, that should be the war. It should be like, let's just go at it, and whoever wins, you know what I'm saying? And somebody just whoop his ass, because I'm so sick of his shit.
He should fly to. He should have to fly to Iran and throw hands with somebody.
And you know what's crazy? He's a pussy. He's a pussy. Because didn't he even finish? Didn't he cop out of military
5 times?
And then you want to act like you're the hardest motherfucker on this planet, bitch? I'm so sick of him. I'm so sick of him.
So
I'd rather Mayweather than him. You understand?
I think the part of the play here is with Donald Trump is that I think obviously a lot of people say that this is a distraction from the Epstein files. I don't believe that. I think that everything he's doing is just maximum level bullshit, right? Any of these could get any other president impeached, removed forcefully.
Quickly.
For some reason, he's been able to escape any of that. Barely even get any criticism from some of the people on the right. And that's starting to, there's some chinks in the armor there. But I think the play for him is the George W. Bush play. I think it's the Netanyahu play. And I think he feels and thinks that he can do almost anything he wants to do or say anything he wants to say against a Muslim country, and America will support and follow him. When you see Tucker Carlson and a lot of the other, right-wing people who supported him come out and say, no, this is crazy, this is evil, this is whatever. I don't think it's totally because they think it is. I'm sure there's some of that, but I also think that they see that he's on a sinking ship and they don't want to be on that ship with him. So I think over the last year, you're seeing his support starting to crumble more and more. I don't know how much further he can go before, the rug is pulled from underneath him. But he's definitely outlasting. He's going further than I ever thought he'd be allowed to go, and here we are.
When you say the George W. Bush play, what do you mean by that?
It was very easy for him to go to war in Iraq, and blame it on weapons of mass destruction. He got a lot of support.
I don't know how. I wouldn't say it was easy. They had to make.
I didn't say it. I didn't mean like it's easy in the sense that there wasn't a lot that went into it. I think the idea is that a lot of Americans seem to support the idea of going into a conflict with Iran or any Muslim country because the thought is that they're terrorists and they're gonna destroy America, and it's this Islam hate. Do you think he can get away with doing this, let's say, to Germany?
No, of course not.
That's what I'm saying. He can get away with saying these statements and doing the insane shit that he's doing because he picks on brown countries and countries that mostly that can't defend themselves. Iran can, and they're showing that, but
I think he has done nothing. I think it's all backfired. I think
all of
he has emboldened them. He has given them more power and more leverage.
They have the moral high ground.
And then there's that.
Yeah.
So he's just there was a retired general that just recently came out and made a statement about what Trump has been saying and what he was planning, and he came out and said that this is what the Democrats were talking about months ago when they said about not following unlawful orders, and he was giving a heads up to some of the people in the military branches that these orders are not lawful orders and they're not within the rules of engagement. So
yeah, and then you had idiots like Stephen A. Smith coming out and saying that they shouldn't have said that and the Democrats shouldn't have said that and whatever. Right. Yeah. So it's the same thing. It's like when Democrats, including Kamala Harris, was saying this is what he's going to do, Hillary Clinton, this is what he's going to do, this is what's going to happen, and then months later, he's doing the very thing that they predicted. It's not because they're geniuses; it's because this is what he talks about.
Pattern.
Right, and it's his pattern. And I think the whole thing with Iran, I think he really felt like he can just say and do whatever, and the country was going to go with him. I think he believed that.
Well, because they do. Like, there's a lot of people that still follow him and still like. Look at everything that's happening with this with the Cuban community. Not this Sunday, but the last Sunday prior. When I tell you all of Dale Mabry from like Bush all the way to Southdale Mabry was bumper to bumper traffic with Cubans, Trump supporting Cubans. Ask like, I don't know what was I found out the reason why they had this parade, and it's because they were asking for freedom, for Trump to provide freedom the way that he provided for Venezuela with the whole. And he
didn't
don't
provide shit, but yeah.
I know, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the same people that he has deported so many in Tampa, Florida, in Miami. It's been so many of them has been deported, and yet you still got a plethora of these motherfuckers out here praising him with these big ass fucking Trump flags and going out of their way to literally do a parade for hours in his name. Cubans.
I mean, we know that
no matter what he does, he still has people that don't see no wrong with this motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But I think
it's crazy.
I think he's losing support from people that matter in that space, right? There, even like racist incel Nick Fuentes has a huge following that are now looking at Donald Trump and saying, "Hell no." Joe Rogan has to backtrack some of the stuff that he said. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, these were real strong supporters. Alex Jones, real strong supporters of Donald Trump, and they're all turning their back on him.
Yeah, I don't know if that's because of a moral reason.
It's not a moral reason. It's because he's in a sinking ship and they don't want to drown with him.
Right.
Yeah, but still, I'll take it.
Take it however you get it, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. This shit has to end. Yo, our gas is up $1.25 from a month ago. It's costing me. In my business, I fill up like 3 times a week. It's like an extra $20-something per fill up. It's like almost $300 extra a month just in gas. That's not even including the impact of these fucking tariffs that I've been having to deal with.
And it's so crazy how much shit he talked when gas prices went up a little bit when Biden was in office. That's all he talked about. And he got the audacity.
Every single aspect of this country has taken a downturn since he's been president. He hasn't done one thing that I can turn around and say, you know what? Good job.
It's been awesome.
Not one.
He said food costs would go down. It's up. He said, what else? No wars. Well, you know about that.
Unemployment rate.
Unemployment.
Inflation.
Fuck unemployment. He can barely even create fucking jobs.
Yeah, there are like no jobs being created, and we're losing hundreds of thousands of jobs per month. To the point where they're hiding a lot of the data. They're trying to, and then he's trying to reverse every voting law that you can possibly have. That because he's in a lot of trouble.
Ain't he trying to go for 3rd term? Ain't he pushing for a 3rd term?
He ain't getting no 3rd term.
He's not gonna be able to do that. But
I don't even know if he finishes this term.
How much more years he got in this term?
3.
Oh,
we're only in 1 year. We just made a year. We just passed a 1 year.
This is wild. This is wild that all this shit happened in just a fucking year. It feels like it's been forever.
It feels
I
like
need
it's
him to
been
go away.
It feels like it's been 4 years already. This is madness. Well, speaking of the voting laws, Florida passed it, by the way. Their version of his shit. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Opportunistic, yeah.
Wow.
When you have someone like him at the top, he can influence things, and smarter people will get it done, even if he can't. And that's terrifying. But anyway, I'm done talking about Trump. We really could fill this entire podcast with Trump.
Nah.
We could.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we theoretically could because of all the shit that he does. But I will say, don't doom scroll. Give yourself some breaks. It's unhealthy to sit here and dwell on this all the time, but it is important to know what's happening. So I know that's a tough balance for some of us, myself included, but stay aware, stay alert.
It reminds me of a command sergeant major that I had when I was in basic training. He would always say, "Stay alert, stay alive. Stay alert, stay alive." All right. This story, as I went through it, I had all kind of feelings. I blamed the mom, then I blamed the kid, then I blamed the school. Let's see the story. It is as outrageous. It's a little bit of a lengthy clip. Bear with me, but it you need to hear it all.
We got this. He's stressed, and I am too. Like, I told him I probably will start crying. Like, my son is, I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
Why would he do 3 more years in school? He didn't fail. The school failed him. The school failed at their job. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. He didn't deserve that.
France's son attends Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts in West Baltimore. His transcripts show in 4 years, he has passed just 3 classes, earning 2.5 credits, which places him in 9th grade. But France says she didn't know that until February. She has 3 children and works 3 jobs. She thought her oldest son was doing well because even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted. His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2, but was passed on to English 3.
I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things, to go to the next grade. And, the right grades, you have the right credits.
As we dig deeper into her son's records, we can see in his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But in those 3 years, only 1 teacher requested a parent conference, which France says never happened. No one from the school told this mother her son was failing and not going to class.
Yeah.
France's son, in his 4 years at Augusta Fells, earned a grade point average of 0.13. He only passed 3 classes, but his transcripts show his class rank is 62 out of 120. This means nearly half of his classmates, 58 of them, have a GPA of 0.13 or lower.
He's a good kid. Like, he didn't deserve that. Where is the mentors? Where is the help for him? I hate that this is happening to my child.
She low key pissed me off.
I get it, but
listen, the school definitely failed. Because how the fuck you got an F and you got promoted to the next tier? I get that. Somebody definitely made a mistake. But as a parent, you mean to tell me you didn't see this kid's report card out once in 4 years? So you didn't see that he only passed two classes?
They're still passing him. They were still passing him to the next grade. And
well, as a parent, make your kid bring up his grade. Okay, you passed, but next year I need to see A's and B's, or I need to see B's and C's, or something.
But that last clip,
you got an F, but you promoted, so I guess.
Well, listen, he was one out of 60 other kids going through the same fucking thing. That's half of the class.
Yeah, the school definitely. I'm not arguing the fact that the school fucked up. Clearly, the school sucks.
Where's the truancy officers? Like, how were you late and missing 272 times? Like,
and then my kid is a good kid. You late 272 times. You got nothing but F's on your report card, but my kid is a good kid. Miss me.
My mom wasn't up my ass, I probably would have been late 272 times.
But you see the key word, your mom was up your ass.
Yeah.
Couple of things.
She was a single mother. She did work multiple
That's not an
jobs.
excuse. That's not an excuse.
It's
no,
a challenge.
No, it's not.
So
it's a challenge.
I mean,
it's not an excuse.
Just my observation on this. First things, even a news article, the news segment that they showed some biased things that I didn't really like. So first thing I noticed is, why did they show this kid playing video games? Immediately, that was just like, stop. That's one.
I didn't even see that.
Just stop, right? So, if he was doing great in school, would they show him, playing with a ball or something? I mean,
no, he'd be reading a book.
Reading a book, right? So let's just stop trying to correlate things that are probably unrelated to the story. The next thing I noticed is the way they framed the mom. It's almost as like she was blameless in the situation, and that's everything that we heard from her. There was no accountability on her end. But I do think that wait, she said she had 3 jobs, right? Like they said that she had 3 jobs or
3
whatever.
kids and 3 jobs.
3 kids and 3 jobs. Now, again, anybody can argue and say, hey, that's not an excuse. And any person could be like, hey, I'm a single parent. I got 3 jobs. I got 3 kids. And I'm on top of my kids' grades. And everyone's life is different. Every lifestyle is different. Everything is different. Unless we know everything that's going on, it's kind of hard to judge. But one thing that's indisputable, the school failed.
On many levels.
Right. You can't run away from that. We can debate about the distractions of what that was how that was presented. You can say it was the mom. You can say the kid just wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, and that might all be true. But one thing we cannot deny is that the school not only failed him, but apparently is failing other students. And that's probably a microcosm of our entire educational system, especially for young black men, black boys, because he was a boy. Yeah,
he's a boy,
young man.
Listen, in high school, I was doing all kind of things that my mom had no fucking clue about, and I had to be concerned. I never even skipped a class until my senior year of high school because I just knew what the fuck that was going to be. Let me get picked up by truancy and they have to take me to my mom. I already knew I didn't want those problems.
I skipped school a lot. I failed a lot. I didn't care. I got into fights. I did all kinds of shit. I was not a good student. And my parents weren't really totally aware of it either. And the school failed me. The school system failed me. I am a prime example of that. If I went and told you my whole story, it would be shocking. But so I identified immediately with this because it's not really and we can't assume that it has anything to do with parenting or anything to do with his intelligence or anything to do with anything, because once you have a school system that is not doing what they're supposed to do, then how do you build those blocks? You know, how do you create a foundation for someone to succeed? We all know, we've all seen either in movies or in personal experience, that one teacher that sees some great potential in the kid and they drag them out of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, those patterns and stuff. Where was that for this kid? It apparently doesn't seem to exist for many of the students in that school.
It seemed like there was only one teacher that was actually doing her job.
And probably barely.
Yeah, barely, because, you know, she requested a conference and never got it. Or
that was just one request in 4 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's an epic failure on so many levels. I get text messages when my daughter doesn't turn in an assignment.
That part.
Like the teacher's like, listen, this didn't get turned in, or this is what happened.
Yep.
And here's what she can do to make it up, and here's a website, and you know what I'm saying? Like there's all kind of layers that just were. You're supposed to have a counselor. A counselor should have been in contact with the parent, or should have been involved with the student. They're like, hey, you're not on track to graduate. Here's what we need to do to get you on track.
And when you're late 5 times, you get like ISS. You know what I'm saying? Some schools give you like maybe 10 chances, but 270 times. Bro.
And then eventually you get sent home, suspended. None of this was happening. So in the mom's defense, like, of course, it's her child. Ultimately, it's her responsibility. But in reality, she's working 3 jobs. There ain't that many hours in the fucking day. She's having to work 3 jobs to provide for her children, and she's counting on the school to do their part. And she's expecting that if her son is not doing his part, the school will notify her and let her know. And she never got a notification, so her radars weren't up for some reason.
You see this across the board. So, like, I remember the documentary that Michael Moore did, Bowling for Columbine, where he showed, I think it was a mother in Detroit. She was a black woman, and I think she had a child who ended up shooting another kid. They were like really young, like I'm talking like elementary, and she worked, you know, like 2-3 jobs. One of the jobs she had to take the bus all the way to like Dick Clark's restaurant that he had or whatever, and she could barely make ends meet, but she had to spend so much of her time working, trying to put herself through work and school and all of this stuff. That was she involved in her child's life? Yes, but you can't see everything when you're at a poverty level or trying to break out of a poverty level, and anybody who has 3 jobs likely is at that level. I don't want to assume, but I don't think it's.
I'm not.
I don't think it's good for anyone to have to work 3 jobs when you have kids. I think that means that you're going to be missing something somewhere.
Completely understood. But as she also saw his grades, and her excuse is, I saw it, but he kept getting promoted, so I thought everything was okay. At one point, you didn't say, "Yo, what's up with these grades? Why are you tardy so much?" It's in the report card. I get it. The school fucked up big time. I wholeheartedly blame the school, 90% of it, but 10% goes to her too. I'm just saying.
She definitely bears some level.
Yeah. I you can't argue that, and so does the student. There has to be some sort of accountability, right? But American school system, come on, do better.
Yeah, it's getting worse. So it's getting worse.
This was sad. Like, and then you like, so this kid's got to be 17, maybe going on 18, and so now what is he like? What is the resolution? Like,
the resolution is that he drops out and gets his GED, studies up and gets his GED. That's probably what the resolution is.
Or they let him take summer classes and night classes to make up some of the credits, so that he can.
And then he graduates high school like at 21.
No, they have programs
they fucked up.
Where
definitely do something to compensate because they fucked up in their end too. So they should be able to give them an opportunity to take certain tests to meet, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get the credits he need. Yeah, and graduate. They fucked up, so they got to definitely take some accountability.
The problem is if it's just a means to get him a diploma and not actually, you know, educating him, learning something, you know, he's still going to be at a major disadvantage when he actually, you know, gets his diploma, if he gets it. But again, it's just another story probably of millions of the system just, you know, failing young children.
Agreed. That's bullshit. Speaking of shit, I'm gonna change the subject a little bit here. This is
Hold on.
Where Drew, you're in a relationship. We've been in our situations. As a woman, I'm only bringing this up because I work with men, and this came up in conversation too. A lot. This generation, women in this generation don't care as much to kind of be open with their bathroom privacy like women my age. Like, I'll give you an example. My daughter's probably gonna kill me, but if she gotta pass gas, she'll do it. She'll say, yeah, in front of her man, hey, I gotta fart. And that's okay. And I'm like, you don't say that out loud. Like, I could never. I've been in my relationship going on 18 years. I've never used the bathroom or done that in front of him.
Wow.
I can't even bring myself to it. I can't.
Let me say.
I say we don't do this. Women don't do this.
I don't think it's a generation thing.
Hold on. Let me say. I am so surprised to hear you say this. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying when I first read the topic, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be the odd man out here again, because I don't believe. I've been with Tanisha over 20 years, and when I'm doing my business, I don't want her near me. I don't want her knocking on the fucking door. That's my private moment. That's what I do.
Me.
when I'm taking a piss, I don't need her sitting there, watching the glitter yellowish fucking like reflection of the water, the urine going. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. When I'm dropping bombs, nobody needs to be there. That's my own business. No, I don't do that. I think it kills the romance. I don't need to be here. I guess here's my thought. I like to separate. Let me just say this. I think everybody deserves to have privacy. I'll leave it there. Because I went through the whole glitterly tinkle, like
I think shimmer was the word you were looking for.
Shimmery, pee.
I can't.
Uriny.
We got it.
For me, I feel like guys are.
Did you visualize like yellow particles, Damien, just coming out of my stuff?
I started ignoring you.
Oh, okay. Nobody needs to see it, is what I'm saying. It is magical, though.
Guys don't give a shit. Guys will be like, they'll do it and be like, excuse me, and not give a shit. Like, I'm surprised that.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes.
Damon, you a farty guy in front of your girl?
I mean, maybe with you guys it's different, but remember, I have nothing but brothers. I've hung out with the majority of guys. Like, they don't give a shit. They do not give a shit. They'll say, yo, my stomach is fucked up. I gotta go take a shit. They'll say that shit out loud. If they fart, they fart. They say, sometimes
with
they
the
laugh.
guys, yeah.
Nobody needs
even
to. Nobody needs to.
For a long time, I want to fight Omar when he fart next to me, bro. Like, and it's not like we're new to each other. But I'm saying, like, don't do that shit. But use the bathroom. You know that you gotta fart. Get up and go to the bathroom.
Look, if Tanisha decided one day, like, like let's say like the cat rubbed up against like her foot and she didn't realize it, got startled, jumped up and gave a little toot. I'm not gonna lose my shit over it. But if she decided to just be like, hey babe, like not happening, like just not happening. Like,
listen, I'm on both of your sides. I don't like it at all. I prefer my privacy, and I prefer you have your privacy.
There you go.
But I have been in a relationship where that boundary was violated on a regular basis.
By whom?
What did you do?
I had no choice to do anything. I could be in there, and then all of a sudden I'm not by myself. I could be in the shower, and now I got to deal with that.
See, I can't.
I set that rule from the get-go. And it's funny, my ex-wife.
Oh, I said I locked the door. It doesn't matter. Coming in.
My ex-wife was all about that shit, and that was a problem. I used to just be like, no, like we're not doing that.
In fairness,
was the one taking a shit while you were trying to shower?
So yeah.
So you're saying that in this relationship, they will go into shit while you're showering?
Yeah.
That's why he likes those smelly girls. I'm telling you.
This is why he's so accepting to shit.
No.
Not for nothing.
In fairness, she grew up with her cousins and siblings all doing this. They would hang out together in the bathroom while each other were. So this was a lifelong of this being.
This is the worst conversation ever.
Yes,
I have to fucking say.
But it's real. It's real.
Because some guys don't give a shit, and some guys want to encourage the girls to be comfortable around and fart.
Some women don't give a shit either.
Apparently, they're giving a lot of shit.
Like literally.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Too much.
shocked. I'm so shocked that both of you are like in the same page as me. I could have for sure thought that one of you was gonna be like, I don't give a shit. To do that shit with me all day. It don't bother me at all.
Nah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know that my girl takes a doo-doo. Like,
yeah, I don't need that visual.
I don't need to know.
I don't mind. I don't mind if I know that someone gotta take a shit. It don't bother me.
No.
It's just, I can't.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to hear it.
I mind all of the above. I don't want to know when you're doing it, and you don't need to know when I'm doing it. Just like, leave me alone. I'll leave you alone.
I don't want to know, but it doesn't bother me if I know. You know what I'm saying? If I'm using the bathroom, my stomach hurt. Okay, like that. But I can never be like, yeah, I can't even say it out loud. Like it bothers me even to say it out loud, even in conversation. Like absolutely not.
I got a question because this throws away your whole entire conversation, Damien, and your whole point about being the sugar daddy or having a sugar mommy. Right? So you have some 70-year-old banging woman, she can't hold that shit in. She's gonna be tooting up the storm. And
I don't know this. I don't know any of this. I don't know. I know none of this.
But what she's
gonna be on the pens,
older women
and
cannot
gonna
control.
Have to be like,
they cannot control. She'll laugh and piss.
Helping out with them depends.
That would suck. That's why I say, bro. I mean, shout out to old people because
6 stacks for companionship and diaper changes. That's why I was emphasizing I'm a good conversationalist. That's all I'm offering.
That's it.
So what happens in conversation? She says she got to get up and go take a shit. She needs your help.
You know what?
It needs my help. You've been handling this your whole life. No. This ain't part of the deal.
Well, what if it is?
This is not.
Are you gonna walk away? You're gonna leave her
out. Listen, I barely wanted to take care of my son in his diaper. Like this is a no. I don't have dogs for that reason. Because I'm not picking. Hell no. Are you shitting me?
I don't fuck with dog shit.
Yo, my stomach turns when I look at people and they just reach down and like with no problem. Whoop. I'm like, yo, there's something's not right about that.
I can't do that either. That's why I have 2 acres. Just go use the bathroom and come back inside. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not doing that. I feel you on that. But as a mom,
I mean, you do what you got to do with your kids.
Yeah.
That's where the line ends for me.
No,
So-
yeah. I mean, even in that, because and you have kids. You have kids. Yeah, yes, you do. So you know, as babies, sometimes they take this massive shit that it comes out from the back,
Their
and like
back
it's
and,
called-
oh my God.
like that.
I got a
Just
story.
throw 'em
If you
away.
guys want to hear that?
Not really.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
So I can't believe I'm putting this out there to my daughter. I'm so sorry.
Sending it to her for the record.
Oh.
I want
So
you to know.
sorry.
Sending it to
no.
her.
So she was obviously a baby, and the way we had everything set up is that her mother worked nights. She worked for the fire department, and I worked in the morning into the afternoon. So in between that time, Lauren would stay with her grandmother. So I would get out of work at 3 o'clock, drive to North Miami, which was about 45 minutes away, pick up Lauren and take her back to where we were living. We were living at the time in Coral Springs. So it was a bit of a trek. And then I would have to keep Lauren up pretty late at night, so that way when her mother was working nights would come in the morning, she could get a little bit of sleep. Right. So it was a little bit of a crazy schedule, a little bit of crazy time for us. But one day I picked up Lauren, and she couldn't have been more than 4 months, 5 months old, 6 months old, the most. And I'm driving, long drive from Miami to Coral Springs. And I'm driving, listening to music. Lauren is there. Everything seems to be good. And I just see her with her curls grabbing her hair. So I'm like, you okay? You know, I got the windows open, the breeze is going, listening to music, and I fucking smell it, right? And I'm just like, and I'm like, I'm on a highway, right? I'm on I-95. And I turn, shit all in her hair.
How did it get in her hair?
Because she was digging in her pamper and then touching her hair. She had it on her face, everywhere. I was straight up fucking crying in the car because I still had like 20 minutes to get the fuck off the highway. And I'm driving and I'm
Are
like,
you gagging?
No, Lawrence. I'm gagging, I'm fucking crying. I'm a fucking mess, and I'm like grabbing the fucking wipes and trying. It was a fucking nightmare.
God.
And then what made it worse?
Worst thing.
Made it worse was when we got home. I lived in a condo, so the parking area wasn't immediate to my condo. So we had to park in my parking spot. I had to walk about 50 feet. This wasn't take the fucking stairs or the elevator. So I'm getting her and I have to hold her with shit everywhere. She had it in her hair. And I'm there. And I get her up there. I'm fucking in a fucking mess. Of course, when I call her mom and tell her, she busted out laughing. She thought it was the funniest shit in the world. And I'm the worst. I can't do certain things because I have a real strong gag reflex. So yeah, it was a fucking nightmare. I cleaned her, and then I had to clean the fucking car seat. I was like, I'm burning this motherfucking car seat. Fuck this shit.
Oh my God.
She wouldn't
That
have
is my
came
story.
out of that car seat. She'd have been in that motherfucker.
In the car
Her
seat, yeah. That
in
part.
the car seat is going in the bathtub, and the both of you is getting hosed down. There's no way.
I will tell you, when you
She
go
might have
through-
drowned that day.
When you go through that, especially as first time father, like first time child, having a child, it changes you. It was a life-changing experience. I hated it at the time, but it prepared me for worse things down the line in my life. But you'd be surprised what you can do, you know. Yeah, I'll tell you.
I could just
we
picture
got time. I'll tell you another fucking. I'll tell you
mean,
a couple of more stories. So
why don't we save it for next week?
No. Because this is all part of the conversation, right? So I know we're a little bit over time, but you know.
You don't want to talk about shit.
Yeah. No, you're gonna like this one, Damon, because it's the glittery, you know,
The shimmer.
glittery, shimmery story. So I'm with Tanisha. We're blending our families together. Tanisha's in the hospital, pregnant with my son. So my youngest daughter at the time, not the same daughter, my oldest daughter from my previous marriage by this time was probably like 10 years old or like 8 years old or whatever. But the other daughter, my youngest daughter, now. I don't want to say her name, but you know who you are. So she's in the crib. She's in her crib, and we were living with her Aunt Mary at the time. So all the kids are asleep. I prepared dinner. We cooked. Everything was good. And then I had to run to the hospital to visit Tanisha. I would visit her at nighttime, and I would stay the night with her because she was pregnant and she had a short cervix. So she had to kind of be laid up in the bed, you know, when she was pregnant of our son. So everything is ready to go. I'm good. And this was always the same thing. I would tell her Aunt Mary and be like, all right, you know, I'm going now. Okay, bye. You know, see you tomorrow morning. Okay, so I'm leaving. And as I'm walking down the hall, I see this little shine. And I'm like, I turn around and my daughter is in her crib holding on to the rail, pamper off. And she's like, look like she's riding like a fucking motorcycle or a jet ski and shit. And she's there, and her little Totinsky is out, and she's peeing. And I didn't know girls can pee like this. That shit was like a McDonald's arch, like golden arcs. Just, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around, and she's just like revving up the bike, like and fisting. Yo, I've had kids vomit on me. I've pissed and shit. Yo, don't have kids, people. Don't have kids if you're not ready for this. And I was trying to be in both cases, I'm being a good dad. You know, like I'm taking care of the kids, and no, they got to shit, piss, and vomit. You know, on my watch. Yeah. So
that's hilarious.
Sorry, guys. That's not how we were intending to end this episode or this segment, but I got some piss and shit stories.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
I actually got a little funny clip that I wanted to share with you guys. I meant to share it in the beginning, but fuck it. We'll share it now, and it'll be a good little...
Nothing can top my story.
Things in life that you worry about, whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'm actually going to start this over. For some reason, it wasn't at the beginning.
My grandma says there are only two things in life that you worry about, whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to get better, whether you're going to get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to live, or whether you're going to die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things. Whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things. Original or extra crispy?
Damn.
I've seen that. Oh, that
was good.
Yeah, I like the way you set all of that up, dude. I thought
that was good.
Pretty clever. Well, folks, that was episode 8 in
jam-packed.
the books.
This was
Yo, I think this is the most I've laughed in an episode.
I think you say that every episode, though.
No, bro, but today, he topped
You got a fucking headache.
From the beginning, prior. I know that I always say that you need to record in the beginning before we start, because the bloopers in the beginning is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but Dane don't
like Julie
like
in on Dane.
like the early outtakes. Yeah, you think it's bad on when we record? It's worse when we're not recording.
It's way worse.
He fucks with me too. Like, you know, he started this shit
what
today.
Makes it better?
I did not start with you
in the
today.
beginning.
Did not start.
In the beginning, he's still on his first drink, so he's not having none of the bullshit in the beginning. So his reaction is he's so annoyed. But by towards the end, he's in his like second or third cup, so he's a little bit more open to the bullshit. But in the beginning, he is not having it.
At least this
Makes
week,
it
the
1,000%
motherfucker stayed up. Like, at least this week, he was awake.
Did you see that you fell asleep?
I
Did you watch it?
I did not fall asleep.
Dang.
My eyes
Did you
were
watch
closed.
it?
Yeah, of course I watched.
Okay, so just be objective for a minute.
You took a nap.
Did it not look
You
like
took
you
a-
were
I love how it-
passing the hell out?
It was framed that way. Yeah.
Yeah, steady.
Framed?
Okay.
Bye.
You framed it that way. Yo,
I was 100% conscious.
James, you were doing one of these. You were struggling, bro. I
We
couldn't
were-
tell if you were getting a handy J under the table or if you were passing out or what. You saw him, right? It looked like he was about to bust one.
My eyes was definitely closed. That's a fact. But I was not sleeping.
Were you skeeting?
If you
I'll
say
stop.
Man, it don't end with him. It doesn't.
Episode
But
8.
it'll end with us.
That's a wrap.
Episode 8.